my suggestion, I mention this a lot, is to not for look, not to look for similarities in terms of what's problematic, but to look for similarities in terms of what might be useful in terms of solution for you. And the solution is generally a shift in where things are viewed from, a shift in perspective that provides different information, a different view, and therefore different possibilities. And that that can sometimes be of use for us. Um, it's also interesting to hear from you if you have been starting to notice that there's a particular perspective associated with what I'm doing here, and perhaps you found that it's been challenging, or maybe it's been useful to adopt that perspective. And a couple of pieces of that are that I'm suggesting that no matter what's going on, anyone who is feeling anything, the feelings being caused from within mind, but not within conscious awareness. So everything we're feeling is being caused by our own minds. And um, frequently we're feeling um, um, bad, don't you think? Um, and then um, if you jump into where I'm seeing that, then if it's being caused by your own mind, um, then is it that your mind is looking to have you feel bad? Because if you're feeling bad, it's your mind that's causing you to feel bad. So we might assume that your mind wants you to feel bad, and that would kind of sort of suck, don't you think? Um, but I don't think your mind wants you to feel good, feel bad. I don't think your mind wants you to feel bad. I don't you think your mind wants you to feel good, not bad? Well, I don't think it gives a rat's ass whether you feel bad or good. I think that it's interested in your survival. And it uses feelings to motivate actions in order to promote survival. So, for instance, there are a lot of folks who are chasing happiness, and there are even now um, people who are practicing positive, happy chasing psychology. Um, and I think the problem with chasing happiness is that we're still running kind of counter to what our own minds are looking for us to do. See, I looked into your reassuring eyes, and something did come to mind to tell you about. So mind would cause a good feeling in order to get the creature to continue to do what it's doing. So let's say the cat takes what do they take a lap, whatever, what do they do, of milk or whatever. Anyway, he has some milk. He has some milk, and mind of cat says, this is a good thing. It would indeed be good for the survival of this cat if it continued drinking this milk. So it causes the experience of feeling good as the cat tastes the milk. And so the cat takes some more milk and feels good. And the cat takes some more milk and feels good. Um, and then the cat begins to gradually not feel as good as he's drinking the milk. And then he stops drinking the milk. And if he continues drinking the milk, which he won't do, probably, but if he continued after he'd had what his mind figured was enough milk, then mind would want him to do something different than what he's doing and probably cause him to feel bad rather than feel good. But usually it's enough to just stop making him feel good, and then uh, he'll stop doing it. So if your mind has been making you feel bad, it's it's not because it's particularly concerned about how you feel. It doesn't really want you to feel bad. It doesn't care how you feel. It's interested in what it can cause you to do. And if you feel bad, it's because your mind is doing something to cause you to do something that you didn't then do, so it did it again. It's not attempting to make you feel badly, just to get you to do something. But then if you don't do this something, it will continue to try to get you to do it. So I can imagine that somebody's trying to get your attention and he just taps you. And and that person isn't trying to make you feel bad. He's trying to get your attention, probably to get you to do something. And yet you don't do it. You don't acknowledge it. So, I mean, hopefully we would stop tapping and either give up or try something else. But mind is likely to continue to do what it's been doing because it thinks what it's been doing is the thing to do to get the thing to happen. And if the thing hasn't happened, it just keeps doing it. Sometimes it does it harder. So now the tapping is continuing. And it's not designed to make me feel bad. It's just designed to get my attention so that I'll do something. But then it continues. And pretty soon it's starting to hurt. So is this thing tapping my shoulder in order to cause pain and bruising and all of that stuff? I don't think so. I think it's just trying to get me to do something and keeps doing the same thing, even though it isn't working because it doesn't get that message. Now, I find that there are lots of intelligent people who attempt to understand what they call themselves. So they intellectually try to understand this thing they call self. And they try to figure out why their mind might be interested in causing the experiences that they're having. Particularly, they do that if their experiences are unpleasant. How much time have you spent trying to figure out why your mind is trying to cause you to do something you're glad you did? You know, remember ruminating on that? I still don't understand it. I did it, and it worked out really well, and and it felt good, and I feel pretty good that I did it too. And I just don't get that. I mean, maybe it was something my mother said. I don't know, or maybe it was the fact that she treated me differently than she treated the cat, or or if we don't, right? It's not very puzzling. Well, it's not very interesting. people get interested in what makes them feel bad and try to figure out why their mind is being motivated to cause this disturbing feeling that they're having. But I don't think that's a good use of our time because I think that our minds are causing us to have disturbing feelings, but not because they're intending to do so. So if somebody is causing you to feel um, self-conscious, and she keeps saying things that make you feel like, seen and embarrassed and all that stuff. And you spend a lot of time trying to figure out why she would be doing that to you. But she's actually not trying to do that at all. Maybe she's trying to make you feel comfortable and doing it really badly, which is much more likely within our mind because our minds don't have any reason to cause us to dysfunction because they're attempting to keep us alive. So why would they be interested in the dysfunction? So a lot of folks who are trying to figure themselves out are looking for what's causing the mind to be interested in doing something that it actually wasn't even interested in doing. It was causing it, but it wasn't causing it because it was interested in causing it. It was causing it because it was trying to cause something else and wasn't getting that. So it kept trying to cause that something else till the person felt badly. I don't know whether that makes sense to you, but if it does, you could let me know that. And if it doesn't, then really let us know that. Because if I'm saying stuff and you don't understand it, it's because I'm not saying it effectively. If I'm teaching a class and the person in my class doesn't get what I'm teaching, it's not because he's not learning it correctly, it's because I'm not teaching it correctly. I'm pretty sure of that. Um, so the next time your kid's teacher calls you and says your your son isn't learning well, I would think an appropriate response would be, well, teach better. Oh, yes, but you see, it's not that there's a problem with my teaching. He's not motivated. He doesn't have a motivation. Um, Motivate him. I mean, you got a master's degree in teaching kids stuff. And, I sell vacuum cleaners. So if you think the kid ought to be motivated, then frickin' motivate him. Don't bellyache to me. Don't you think? I mean, what's going on? Um, I think parents should call the school principal and say, I need to speak to you right away. Well, what is it, ma'am? My son didn't help with the dishes last night. Do something about it. He'd say, that's ridiculous. I wasn't there. And she said, well, when you called me the other day and told me he fell asleep in class, guess what? I wasn't there. So if I'm not there, it's not my job to keep him awake. It might be yours, you think. Um, Blah, blah, blah. So thank you for for putting up with all of that. I I don't know that it did any good, but I always feel better because I got to grumble and get that off my chest. Um, Yay. Thanks for being seemingly sympathetic listeners.